going on? Welcome back to another episode of Level Up Video Games. It's one game on eBay, getting up for the Xbox. Sold that for $12 plus shipping on top, so we'll get that going. And then we're going to continue working on this DS. I had two boxes from Hyperkin. The first one came with these Funtune third-party N64 controllers. So there was 6 in total. One already sold, but there's this red and blue one, this green and blue. There was a purple one, and there's pink, brown, and then yellow and purple. So I grabbed a couple of those from Hyperkin because I needed some more N64 controllers for all those N64s. So we got a few N60 or 360 breakaway cables. We need a couple of those for the 360 guitars. We got some more AC power adapters for the 64s. We got a whole bunch of PS4 sticks, so we need to replace some of the PS4 sticks that we have. We got a whole bunch more of the third-party jumper packs for the N64. We got a whole bunch more power for the 3-in-1 for the, was it NES, SNES, and Genesis. And we grabbed a couple memory cards for the N64. We grabbed some 6-foot mini USB cables for the PS3. So we needed a few of those because I'm always looking for them, but sometimes can never find them. Then we have Genesis Model 2 and 3 and Model 1 AV cables. Those were ordered before I ended up getting that Altered Beast box from Travis. So I ordered this before then, and I was just going to use these cables to bundle it up with the system and sell it, but now I have a complete, almost complete copy of the, or complete box of that Sega Genesis. Ordered a whole bunch more of the N64 controller stick replacements for the N64 controllers. I've been using these non-stop for either customer repairs or controllers that come in that need to be repaired because the sticks are bad. Now, I could maybe save a little bit of money, not time, money, if I actually just buy the parts for the N64 controllers, and I have a whole bunch of the old ones, but this saves me so much time just replacing them really quick that it's worth more to me in time than it is money at that point. We got some more of the power jacks for the Super Nintendos because we pretty much used all those. We grabbed 2 standard color ones. These ones didn't come with the bundle. The bundle came in a bunch of those different colored ones. These are just standard black, and I got gray, which usually I bundle them up with the systems themselves for these ones. But I decided it was a little bit cheaper to buy them, the multicolored ones, in bundles. So if I can have those for the store, and then these ones will go if I don't have a 64 controller with the bundles I sell. I decided to go ahead and grab a buttload of these plastic sleeves for loose games instead of the plastic things. The plastic things are a little bit better to ship in, but they're expensive. These are a lot cheaper. So I ordered pretty much a whole case full of them because that's going to help me tremendously going through some of the loose games and being able to put them in sleeves. Yeah, so for this round for Hyperkin, this is pretty much everything I grabbed this time. I bought, like I said, a lot of restock when it comes to what I needed. A whole bunch of N64 power supplies, a bunch of power supplies for Super Nintendo, NES's, Genesis's, cables, just everything you need pretty much for N64, a lot of it, because we sold out quite a bit and we just needed to restock some of these guys, and so I needed some powers and everything else. So we're done with this guy right here. We got the port in. It's not pretty. I had a jumper here. There's a couple jumper on the bottom of these guys, but I believe it's working. So I'm going to put it back together, and we're going to put it on the charger and see if it's working. All right, here we go. Let's see if we fixed it. Nothing. All right, so we had a little work done to this guy. This, I don't know exactly what it is or what it does. Was causing issues sending voltage through itself, which is right here. So I literally just took it off, bridged these, because it was still 5 volts coming through. I don't know if it's a regulator or what it does, but I just bridged it 5 volts in. Then the 5 volts were getting down to here, and there's some capacitors and stuff and regulators in there that essentially just changed this to like between 4 to 1 volt, so it kind of regulated it, and then comes into the board. Now this board, I was having issues coming from here to these pins. I was not getting the proper voltage out of these pins, and I couldn't figure it out, and I just was getting negative voltage. Well, come to find out, between this 5 volt and to this connector, there's a fuse. As you can see, I just bridged the fuse. The fuse was bad, and so I bridged it, and now I'm getting the proper voltage from the actual charge port up here all the way down to these pins. So I'm going to put the battery, I'm going to put the back and everything back together, and I'll show you guys what's going on with it. All right, let's see if I got it working. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3. It's charging. Yes. Let's turn it on. Camera's working. Camera's working. And it says it's charging. Let's take it off the charger. There it goes. I believe happened to that DSi XL. Essentially, they screwed up the port, would cause the first fuse to go out, and then it probably burnt out that little tiny square. So luckily, I was able to finagle the power back to the battery. It's charging properly now. Could there be issues further down the line? Yes, the fuse is there for a reason, not to blow up batteries. But I doubt, I don't think that little tiny skewed was a regulator to make sure the voltage goes away or turns off or on, because it goes through the board, like almost all of it on the right side. So I actually was able to fix this one, which is fantastic. I was a little worried because it just wasn't working properly, but I was able to figure it out. Let's get to something else, man. I'm done. Sometimes you think it's going to be easy. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Just get that in the mail, so let's go ahead and find out what that is and see if we need to work on that. Here it is. It is another Super Nintendo. Fairly clean. Pins don't look too bad. The power port looks like it's in good shape. So let's plug it in and see what's going on. We got it plugged in. Let's see if we can get some power on this thing. Oh, we got power. All right, let's put it in a cartridge. See if we get signal. Oh. And it's working. No working. Get out of here. Well, let's go ahead and try the controller ports in them, make sure those are working. But so far, this Super Nintendo looks like it's working. We got Super Nintendos back in stock, at least one. So we're pretty full stock-wise. We need some more Super Nintendos, of course, because those two aren't working properly. But finally able to process through some PlayStation 2 games, finally. Been way too long since I feel like I started processing through games, to be honest with you. So finally being able to get through those, at least a couple PlayStation games, is going to be Mwah, finally. Crazy though, we got Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, Transformers the game. We got Reckless, the Yakuza missions, Tack, Wolverine, Revenge 2, SquarePants, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, Da Vinci Code. We have Splinter Cell, Seek and Destroy, Thrillville. That's pretty much it. These two don't have manuals. This does have the bonus disc, but no manuals. These are all complete. So right now, we might just take care of these 360 controllers, at least get 2 of them out. This one needs a new stick, so does this one, but they both work. But first, we're going to switch this control stick on this N64 controller, because this one's extremely loose. We just got some in today, so we're going to do that. This is for Travis. This is one of Travis's. Same thing with these 360s. We're just finally getting through them, especially with some extra time that we have on our hands. We actually got through quite a lot, and I was able to process just a few PlayStation 4 or 2 games. We've still got plenty, and I'm excited to finally get back into these. Go ahead and take this apart, change this out, put it back together, and get it on our way. Get all the screws off now. We're just going to take these 3 screws off and unplug it. Take the little button for the Z button off, and then get the new one and put it in. We got the new stick in, got the new screws, or the screws in, and then we're going to put it back together. Before I put it back together, I usually take like a wire brush and just go around and kind of take off all the dead skin cells and stuff that's on this thing, just to clean it up a little bit. Thing for the edge of these guys right here. And there it goes, back together, and all done. Got the tools out, so we might as well just do this 360 really quick. So these ones take specific little safety screws, and then there's also one more right down here. iFixit, it's actually called a torque. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. It's torque T8H. Usually I'll just tear a corner or get a corner with tweezers to get that up. I like to keep the barcode on these things because it helps me diversify what Travis brought in and what he didn't, if I can scan them. So I like to keep them. The motherboards just come right out on these ones. Probably need to clean it up a little bit. And I'll do the same thing as I did with the N64s. I'll come around, you can see how dirty it is, and just take a wire brush on them and clean them up a little bit. There it is. We got the new sticks in there. We'll put it back together and be done with it. With these guys, you got to watch out for when you're putting it back together, though, is make sure that these bottom springs slide through the bottom spring holes or little slots, or else it potentially could have some issues where it doesn't touch the batteries or works at all. And we got that done. We're going to clean it up a little bit and call that good. We're just going to rinse and repeat for this pink one. We got all 3 of those controllers done for Travis. I'm going to scan these into my inventory system for Travis to let him know that these need new sticks, but we got to order some. So I can clear that off a little bit. Sticks on 360 controllers is easy. The hardest part is cleaning them, to be honest. Especially like the lighter colors, the whites and that pink one. They essentially just get old and they start yellowing. Also, like when you get really deep scratches or anything really dirty, like it pops a lot more. I prefer to have like the black ones or like the multicolored ones. They're easier to not clean as detailed as you need to, and it doesn't take as much time. Finish that little pink controller. We actually had to sell. It was an original Xbox game, complete Oddworld Stranger's Wrath for the Xbox for 13 plus shipping on top. So we're gonna take care of that for later today. We got about a half an hour. That's less than that. It's like 3:38, 3:40. We're gonna start getting ready to close, but we are officially done for today. Finally, we're able to process some games. That means we're ahead of the schedule. We got a Super Nintendo in today. We were able to finish and complete and get working that 25th anniversary DSi XL. Process some games, not great games, but games nonetheless, and be able to clean a couple controllers for Travis. Tomorrow, we will be working on some Wiis. Travis needs a couple Wiis. He sells out of them faster than I do. I can't get rid of them, guys. There's 5 over there and 1 right there. And then there's that whole stack right here and over here. I get them, but I really don't need them. So I'm going to see if I can get at least 2, maybe 3 of those consoles just working. Some of them I haven't even tested over there, so we'll go through those. Travis, he's selling out of them faster than I do, and he sells them for more than I do, so good for him. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, comment in the comments below. Of course, I always read them, always watch them. And until tomorrow, don't forget to... What was it again? Oh, that's right. Level up!